coming to you from the windowsill of my place in Qingdao today. So last week we were on the Great Wall of China, and I was using my experience of climbing the Great Wall as inspiration for you if you're a new beginner of learning Mandarin. So today I wanted to give you 4 specific tips that I think would help beginners when they're first learning Mandarin. Number 1, first of all, when you're first starting out learning Chinese, you're obviously very excited, enthusiastic at the start, but in no time, when you start to learn the new sounds, it's really, really tricky. So some of these sounds like zh, ch, sh, are those sounds that we don't even have in English, or you might not have in your own language. They're really tricky. So be prepared that those first sounds are going to be hard, and it's going to take a long time to get them right. A lot of practice, a lot of saying them out loud, a lot of using your apps. On your phone. Use the technology to help you practice the sounds as much as you can. Say it out loud, belt it out. That's how you're going to practice these things. Number 2 is get someone to practice with. So obviously if your partner's learning, awesome, you can practice together. Point each other out where you think they're getting it wrong, or just get a peer group somehow. It might be a peer group of people on Facebook, or someone in your local community who's also learning. You need to have someone who's going through it with you so you can share the burden and achieve the wins together. The other thing I think you should do, if you're learning in a group setting, like in a big class, and you feel like you're getting a bit left behind, invest in some personal private tutoring. So find a great Chinese teacher in your city, someone who's got some experience, who's been through it, who knows what they're talking about. And number 4 is act like a kid. When you're learning your own language, your mother tongue, you learned that by practice, by saying it, by making mistakes, and by being like a kid. So, my whole thing with my people is I get them up, I get them to take their shoes off, we play games, we throw balls at each other, saying the sounds. You have to go back to like a kindergarten mindset to get them into your brain in the same way that they did when you were little. Just sitting there and practicing and swatting over it might not. 3 other things I want to tell you about Studio China and me. I have been going gangbusters on Instagram. I've only just started posting Studio China shots there. But if you go to Instagram/Studio China, log in, check out what I'm doing there. It's very exciting. You'll see some really cool travel tips, and you should get lots of value there from me. And the other thing is my book 86 Dumplings is now, the 2nd edition is now out, published. It's beautiful. It has a new cover. You can buy it on Amazon. Getting it into as many people's hands as I can, because that's all about uncovering the culture and dispelling the myths and sharing the love and understanding and all of that wonderful stuff that happens when you start learning in someone else's language and appreciating their culture. My newsletter, studiochina.com.au. You'll get a weekly email from me, and also other things new stuff that I'm doing. See you soon for another episode of Studio China Chats right here.